Hello and welcome to Post to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey in all teams. I'm doing this video for a couple reasons. Number one, I've been wanting to do it for a while now, but the main reason is actually due to another YouTuber called Shannon. He is the hockey guy, as many of you, or probably all of you, already know. He's one of the best, if not the best, hockey YouTuber on this platform. Mm-hmm. And he didn't in his video, he didn't say that he wanted anyone else to do the video like it or talk about the YouTubers that they like, but it's a good idea because I think it's important for people at home who are fans of this channel to also know what we're fans of. Yeah. Because everything is changing. There's not a lot of people watching their entertainment on TV anymore. Yeah. It's all on the internet. YouTube is probably one of the biggest markets out there on the internet for entertainment. It's gotta be. And I'm the perfect example. I watch probably 90% of my entertainment on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I've got a long list of YouTubers I watch here. But first, since this is a hockey channel, I thought we'd mention the hockey YouTubers that we do watch. Okay. So I've already mentioned Shannon, the hockey guy, probably the most knowledgeable hockey person I've ever seen. Yeah, he knows his stuff. He's totally all in, dedicated to keeping up to date on everything. Yeah, and he doesn't have to study for videos. He doesn't have to research. He just knows it because he's so smart. Like I don't understand how he knows everything what he does. And it's not just stuff now. He'll pull a random stat out of the back of his head from 20 years ago and talk about it like it was yesterday. He's just incredible. He's a great speaker. He knows his shit. And that's why he's so popular on YouTube, and his production of 3 to 5 videos a day is unbelievable. And he doesn't have a lot of production quality to it. Like he's preferred instead to go straight into content. And and that's great. That's his his strong suit is talking to a camera, communicating. It's pretty remarkable because it's just a guy sitting in front of a webcam, and he's kicking ass on YouTube. Yeah, pretty cool. He's doing very well. Yeah. So I don't watch, Shannon, if you do end up watching this video, I don't watch all your videos for 2 reasons. Number one, I don't have time because it's a full-time job. You produce so many. I watch the ones I'm really interested in. The other reason is I don't want to be like Shannon. I don't want Post to Post to be accused of copying the hockey guy or anyone else for that matter. So try to be as different as possible on this channel. Yeah, so we try to keep a Chinese wall there, try to non-contamination of tactics and subjects. But sometimes, as you said, there are certain topics that all channels are going to cover regardless. Hey, so he's not allowed to talk about the Stanley Cup Finals. I already did. I mean, obviously, it's a hockey channel. Another thing I should mention about Shannon and the hockey guy is his jersey collection. If you like jerseys, if you're looking for information on how to maintain a jersey, fix a jersey, wash a jersey, he's got some fantastic videos on that. Even identify a counterfeit jersey. Yeah, he does like comparisons between counterfeit and not counterfeit. It's amazing. It's pretty incredible. So go check out the hockey guy. Look at his jersey collection. He's got over 100, I think. It's pretty remarkable. Mm-hmm. There's a few other channels, hockey channels, that we do watch. Mm-hmm. The Closet Hockey Fan. I don't know his actual name, and I'm sorry if you end up watching this. I started watching him basically when I started this channel at the beginning of this year. Really smart guy. He's just a guy. He sits in his closet, or sits in what kind of looks like a closet in front of a webcam, and he just talks hockey. And he's really smart. He's really good. And lately he's been very consistent, and he's doing a series on each team. So been really enjoying that. Mm-hmm. Next is Andrew Pillock, who you may have seen on this channel. We've collaborated a couple months ago, and I'm actually going to go meet him in person here in a few weeks, or I guess next week, and we're going to film some videos in and around the Toronto area. So. Fantastic guy. Yeah. He's just a young kid. He's not really a kid, young man, sorry. He's 21, 22, well-spoken guy, knows his stuff. Yeah. Enjoy watching him. Yeah, me too. He's got it together. He's a Leafs fan, so but I don't know about that. We still like him. You still like him, yeah. And his buddy Audie's Sportscast, he has his own channel as well. He just started it recently. Another great speaker, knows his stuff. I think he's a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, so sorry, got to thumbs that one down too, but he's a great guy. I'm going to be meeting him as well next week. And then the Steve Dangle podcast. Steve Dangle is probably the pioneer of hockey channels on YouTube. He's had his channel for maybe 10 years now, at very least 8. If you don't know who he is, he's a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. His main channel is, he's very enthusiastic, in-your-face, excited guy who talks about the Toronto Maple Leafs, and sometimes he mentions stuff from around the league as well, but his main focus is the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't watch his main channel videos just because we're so bombarded with Toronto media, but his podcast channel, he sits down, I can't remember the names of the other two guys he sits with, but they talk about all things hockey.
Oh, yeah.
All teams like we do, so and it's pretty interesting. It's
cool.
It's good.
Very good.
Those are all of the hockey YouTube channels that I follow regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any that you watch outside of those either.
Not much. I do follow, because I'm a Montreal fan, I follow the Montreal Gazette has a podcast or a vlog type thing that's on usually once a week.
What's it called?
It's on every Thursday, typically.
Is it like Hockey Inside Out or something like that?
Yeah, it's Hockey Inside Out. Yeah. Exactly what it is. And
Mm-hmm.
it's hosted. This past year, it was hosted by a guy who I had difficulty listening to because it's not his fault, but he just doesn't have a voice that carries well.
No.
And I found it difficult to listen to him. But great panelists. They have Chris Nyland. They have Jack Todd. They have Jessica
Cusack or something like that, or
Rusnak. Jessica Rusnak.
Yeah,
she's really good, and they'll have just a scattering of Montreal media people who, and sometimes in groups of 3 or 4, and it's about a 10 or 15 minute long show each week, and they talk about what happened in the past.
Quite
week.
biased though.
Oh well, yeah.
It's a Montreal Canadiens show, so yeah.
But they don't. It's not blind love.
No, they're overcritical, kind of like I am a bit.
Yeah.
I think another guy I used to watch, I just haven't watched recently just because I haven't had time. I think his name is Matt Hendricks, something like that. But I haven't watched you in a while. If you're watching him, I apologize, but I used to watch you. Let's move outside of hockey to the actual regular, broad YouTubers that we watch. Yeah. And I have a lot here, and I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to try and get through them pretty quick. Do you want to do yours first?
Sure.
Yeah. Right. Let's
just go really quickly. Since you put me onto him probably 2 years ago, I've been watching Casey Neistat most of the time.
And now I don't watch him.
Yeah, now you don't watch him because you've moved on. You've perhaps matured more than me, but I still watch Casey. He's not into a daily vlog as he used to be, so it's a little less time investment for me to watch. He might release a video every week or 10 days nowadays. He's busy with other things. He's opened up and started a new channel under his overall CNN employment called Beam, B-E-M-E. And it's starting to release, kind of test newscasts. It's going to be a bit of a news type channel. So I'm looking forward to seeing that too. Amateur Logic TV and TX Factor. These are ham radio type channels that I watch. It's a geeky thing. I know, I understand. One of my favorite channels is called Facts, just straight old F-A-C-T-S. And it's Irish people who have commentary on some things, but mostly they taste test things.
Yeah, they just try shit.
Yeah, Irish people try Polish candy. Irish people try
Canadian poutines.
Canadian poutine, and or certain kinds of liquors, and it's hilarious.
It is.
And they're very short videos, 3 or 4 minutes long each. They're very well produced and they're snappy, and you don't have to invest your whole life in the day. Just there's always going to be one there.
Yeah, I'm jealous because I've always wanted to do something like that, and we've made a similar kind of videos. We did a Pringles blindfolded taste test.
Oh my God. Call the fire department.
On my personal channel. Kudos to you if you can find that.
I also watch a bit of Fail Army when they release late in the week.
Yes, that's on my list as well.
Okay.
I think everybody watches Fail Army.
Yeah.
How do you not like Fail Army?
It's fun. Yeah. Except I wish there was a skateboard-free version of Fail Army.
And bike accident.
And bike accident-free. Because there's just so many of them, and people just setting themselves up for failure.
They all look the same.
And they all look the same, and they're all stupid, and everyone gets it in the nuts, and it's, I'm over it. But I still watch, so there I am. Fun for Louis. I like Fun for Louis.
Big thumbs up for Fun for Louis. He's one of my favorite YouTubers, probably second favorite.
He does a lot of traveling.
That's all he does. It's travel vlogs, daily travel vlogger, and he's done it, I think the last 4 years. He's been all over the world. He's over 160 countries or something crazy like that. And he does good in the world. He goes and volunteers and promotes certain just projects that's going on to help build certain things. He's a really genuine, great guy, and he's a very talented videographer, photographer, and just person.
And coming up really soon, he and a friend of his are purchasing an aircraft in Oklahoma, I think. And they're going to use that aircraft to fly around the world. He figures it'll take about 3 months, and they're going to chronicle that trip all around the world on YouTube. Yeah. I can't wait to see that. Being a pilot, I just have to watch that.
Very famous. He's got millions of subscribers, and a lot of the people on this list do. We probably have lots in common here. Fun for Louis is a huge name. Mm-hmm. Casey Neistat.
Yeah. I also watch Jenna Moretti. She's an author that gives writing tips to people on how to help develop characters. And for someone who's trying to be a writer like me,
I'm guessing when you're writing 3 books, you kind of want some.
well, yeah, you're always out there to try to find tips and pointers and how other people do their work. So she's good. I watch a guy by the name of Mark Stein. He appears and disappears from YouTube according to what kind of job he has. He's been on a variety of TV networks. He does some in-depth interviews and political commentary. Interesting guy, so I like watching him. I like Anakin Slade. I almost should have put that in the sports category. But Anakin Slade is a Montreal musician and DJ type personality who does a lot of Montreal expos. Even though the team's not there anymore, the spirit still is, and Anakin Slade does expos things and a lot of Montreal Canadiens things.
Yeah, he has some very catchy songs from
Very
a couple
catchy.
years ago. Yeah,
and he's good friends with Jay Baruchel, and he knows several players on the Habs team.
Yep.
So he is able to bring them in, and they are happy to participate in some of his videos. So they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Eric Conover's another. You don't like him.
I don't like Eric Conover.
I don't watch everything Eric Conover does because I'm just tired of him traveling the world and telling us how great his life is. But when his shows are about New York City, because he lives in New York, or at least some of the time when he's not traveling, I watch those ones because they're about the city itself.
Yeah, it is interesting. Like the New York City stuff, there's just something about him. I think it's his face. I don't know. I just don't like his face.
Well, okay.
Not that I have a nice one, but there's just something about his face that.
All right. And these are 2 that I'm sure are on your list. I don't want to steal your list, but you've put me onto a couple of great channels that I really like, and one is Good Mythical Morning.
Yeah, I think a lot of people watch Good Mythical Morning. They're incredible. The chemistry between Rhett and Link is amazing. Their podcast is amazing, or Ear Biscuits as they call it. It's just tremendous stuff.
Yeah, they're madcap, crazy guys, but real nice dudes too. You know, you can just tell that they're good people.
Yeah, daily, weekly videos. They do taste tests. They do just fun games and contests, and it's great stuff. Yeah.
Will it Sunday or will it milkshake? You know, and
yeah,
they just. Can you grind up a hamburger and turn it into a milkshake? Will it work? Yes or no? Well, yeah, it's fun. H3H3 is another channel that you have put me onto, which is Ethan and
Ela. Yeah.
They do a lot of their own commentary, but he spends a lot of time, kind of doing send-offs on other YouTubers that are a little too full of themselves.
Yeah, he roasts a lot of people.
Yeah, he's great, and he's nuts in a good way. Yeah. So just a couple of quick cleanup ones before you get to your list. I hope I haven't stolen too many from you. I watch a Mount Washington YouTube channel. That's the tallest mountain in New Hampshire. I climbed it back in the day, all 6,288 feet of it. But they have an observatory on top of the mountain, and they release regular YouTube videos of time lapses of clouds and storms, and it's fantastic. I just love that channel. Another guy I watch, I don't know what his real name is, but he goes by Slick Hutto. And he is an aviation enthusiast who sets really nice, high-quality aviation videos to music and does some great montages and collages of mixing aviation into music. It's really good. And a couple of other quickies, bad lip reading. I like watching that from time to time.
Really funny, yeah.
Dr. Tamitha Scove, she's a solar forecaster, if I haven't already mentioned her. Smarter Every Day is another one that you started me on.
Yeah, brilliant channel.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's just so charismatic and smart, and he educates you in such a positive way, and it's so easy to learn by watching him. It's
great explanations.
It's all science stuff.
And I forget the slow motion guys.
Slow-mo guys.
Slow-mo.
Yeah, they're on my
That's the name.
I think.
Away you go.
Okay, my list is a little long. I'll try to get through them as quickly as possible. Some of these names you'll have obviously heard of before. Some of them you probably haven't. First on my list is Ellie Awesome. She's an Australian YouTuber. She vlogs. She makes taste test videos. She's very charismatic, very energetic. A lot of her videos I don't watch. Just it depends on the topic, but she's pretty funny. So, yeah. Fail Army. We already mentioned that one. Flying the Nest. They are daily Australian vloggers who travel the world, kind of like Fun for Louie, but it's a tandem. They just got married. Steven is a brilliant videographer and photographer, and his wife Jess is also pretty good with the camera as well. So the combination there, they've had some absolutely stunning videos on YouTube. They're not very big, and compared to a lot of these people, I think they have like just over 40,000. Brilliant vloggers. They deserve way more subscribers based on the quality of their content. Mm-hmm. If you're into vloggers, if you want someone else to watch, and you like to see the world, go check out Flying the Nest. They're brilliant. If I'm going to beat anyone on this list here, I'd like it to be them. Next up, Fun for Louie. So we already discussed him a little bit. One of my favorite, probably my second favorite YouTuber. Good Mythical Morning. We already talked about that. iDubbbz.
Oh yeah.
So
iDubbbz,
a lot of people know who iDubbbz is, and he's not for everyone because he's so strange. Like he has no filter. He'll say whatever he wants. It doesn't matter how insane or dirty or offensive he'll say it, and that's kind of why I like him. He's funny. Again, not for everyone, but just a very strange guy. He does unboxings. He does roasts. He does content cop, where he talks about certain people and stuff, and he does Kickstarter crap where he finds just shit on Kickstarter and makes fun of it. He's brilliant.
He catches animals live and relocates them.
Yeah, in a safe way. He just does it funny. Like
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
J Studios. So these are pranksters who live in Colorado. There's a lot of kids who watch our channel, so you probably know who they are. Millions of subscribers. They do pranks and like loud eating in the library, stuff like that. And they also started a vlog channel where they daily vlog, and then now that's surpassed their prank channel, and that's basically all they do now. It's just daily vlog. Just some young guys, very humble, very nice people. Kristen Sarah, she's a photographer, videographer, Canadian. She travels the world, makes travel videos. She has brilliant content. I think around 120,000 subscribers. Love what she does. Mike Corey, I think he has around 50 or 60,000 subscribers. He's from Fredericton, does the same thing as Kristen, travels the world. Oh, yeah. Absolutely brilliant on camera. One of the best speakers on YouTube. He is so enthusiastic. He's such a great speaker, and he's an amazing videographer and photographer. Peter McKinnon, of new and upcoming, well, not really new, but his subscriber count has jumped from basically nothing to, I think, over 950,000 now, or no, over 900,000 within 5 or 6 months. He's a brilliant photographer. He does tutorials on video editing, photography, like how to make your photos pop or how to do certain special effects in videos and stuff. Really enthusiastic guy, great tutorials. Definitely go check him out if you're looking to learn more about editing and stuff. Philip DeFranco, probably the news guy of YouTube, many millions of subscribers, over 5.5 million.
I love the topics he covers, and I watch a bit, but I can't watch very much because I'm exhausted. He has his editing so tight that it's like an auctioneer talking all the time, and he doesn't give me, and I'm, maybe it's because I'm old.
Maybe.
But I like, a minute or a second or two just between thoughts and then move on. Dead air is not a crime, but there's none of it on his channel. It's too much running of the mouth.
I don't watch all his videos, only the certain topics I'm interested in, but he shows a topic or an issue around the world, like a Trump story or another YouTuber story. He tells one side of the story, he tries to tell the other side of the story. He'll give his opinion in a respectful way. Sometimes can be pretty blunt and rude. He has his opinions, but he's always curious about starting a conversation with people, seeing what other people feel, how other people think in the comment section. So.
The mission and the content is great. The production and the delivery is too rushed in my view, but I agree with everything you just said.
Okay.
It's really good.
Next up is Police Activity. This is probably a channel that not a lot of people know about. It's just a channel that posts videos of cops that someone else has filmed, or from cops, like body cams, or any kind of like security cameras. So if a cop shoots someone, it'll show what happened. If someone shoots a cop, it'll show what happened. If a cop helps a person get out of a burning vehicle, it shows it. Like there is some gruesome stuff on the channel, but you see a lot of awesome content. Like, it's not just showing cops doing stupid things. You see that, but you also see cops doing amazing things. It's just,
in other words, it's probably real life.
Yeah, it's real life. Yeah, so you see the good and the bad. It's just a very raw channel, and I like it. Smarter Every Day, we already mentioned. Tiny House, Giant Journey, not a huge YouTube channel. I think there's like 90,000 subscribers, but I have a bit of a pipe dream to live in a tiny house one day. I've always wanted to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it with all this green screen and lights and stuff. I think I need a separate studio, but the thought of living in a tiny house is so interesting to me.
Okay.
Anyway, Tiny Tim is next. He's a British guy, probably like 45 or so.
Does Tiny Tim live in a house? Is his house tiny?
No. He's just a British guy, and he has an amazing kid voice, and he's got the most wonderful British accent, and he it's not really a prank call, but he'll call like a business and pretend to be a kid, and like he'll try and get a bank loan or something, and he'll make fun of his mother and call her fat and a pig and stuff. It's funny. Trucker Josh Vlogs. He's a Canadian vlogger. He's a trucker. He trucks all over North America. He has a dog. He talks to his dog. He's funny. He shows you, his videos are quite long, but he shows you like just parts of North America that you wouldn't normally see. And he's a great speaker. He's funny. Definitely go check him out. Vsauce. Now I've showed you some of his videos before. Remember he did the elevation thing with the mountains and stuff. He's a science guy.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like Smarter Every Day. He explains things in I don't know, an easier way for the majority of people to understand. Really, really smart guy. Funny too. Go check him out. Wendover Productions. It's a guy who just does voiceover, and he produces content that teaches you or explains to you or suggests how things are done or could be better. So for example, how to make traffic better so you're not sitting in traffic, and why planes fly the routes they do, why certain cities are in certain locations, just kind of interesting stuff like that.
Neat.
But it's brilliant. Yanagi, the smallest YouTuber on the channel by far. I think he has like 3,000, 3,500 subscribers. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was huge.
And I think he's in Dutch or...
I think he's Dutch,
he's Dutch. He lives in Holland. And he's the most amazing burper you've ever seen. Now, if you're offended by burping, then don't go watch him. But he'll go in a public and obviously film all this. He'll go into a crowded market, and he'll let the most loud of...
He swallows air.
Yeah, he swallows air. It's the loudest burp you've ever seen in your life. It's the longest burp you've ever seen in your life. He scares people with it sometimes. It's amazing. So he has some great compilations. Like there's one where he went up to a door on a building, and there's like mail slots, and he was opening the mail slot and burping into people's houses. Oh my God, that's so funny. Second last on my list is Zebra Corner. So this is a guy from Boston.
Boston, yeah.
His name is Mark.
M-A-H-K, Mac.
And he green screens himself into commercials, and he makes fun of people in the commercial. He does one where Tom can't poop or something like that, or it's some kind of medicine, whatever, that helps you poop or whatever. And he green screened him into the commercial, making fun of the guy who couldn't poop. Brilliant. He also does the Chevy commercials.
Oh, he makes fun of all the Chevrolet commercials and tears them apart in a great way.
Good. I hate those commercials.
Yeah.
Last on my list, and this is my favorite YouTuber. You already mentioned him, H3H3. What Ethan and Hila do on YouTube is incredible. They're so funny. Ethan is just unbelievable. They roast people. They do vlogs. They just, I don't know, just everything they do. I love every single one of their videos. So they are by far my favorite YouTuber. So
nice.
That's my list. That's all I got.
I think it's a great list.
Yeah, let us know down in the comments what your top 5 favorite YouTubers are. It'd be interesting to see what other people watch too. Maybe we might find some new channels that we could watch.
There's so much content on YouTube. You know, millions and millions of producers are on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there might be stuff out there that we just haven't heard of, but we would love it if we knew about it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You know, and that's a bit of what you're doing here, because some of the viewers of this have their own favorites, but maybe they'll try out some of your favorites and really get to like them.
Yeah, I hope so.
And maybe we'll really get to like some of the suggestions we might get.
Yeah, and I know there's going to be people who suggest Urinating Tree. I've seen his stuff before. He's funny. I just don't watch it. I just...
Yeah, I watched a couple. When I saw it referenced a few times on another set of comments, I watched him just to see what I was missing. I wasn't missing that much.
No, I wasn't. Like he has some okay videos. He is funny, but it's kind of like what you said about Philip DeFranco. It's just like nonstop talking, and there's no breaks, and it's just I found it almost frustrating to listen to. But he's very funny.
Oh yeah, he's talented, no question.
Yeah, I don't think there's any others I can think of right now. But anyways, let us know down in the comments below what your top 5 favorites are. Maybe we'll check some of them out. Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. And go check out some of these other YouTubers, especially the hockey ones. You know, hockey guy, Shannon, Closet Hockey Fan, Andrew Pillock, the Audi Sportscast, and then the Steve Dangle Podcast. Recommend all of those for sure. So thank you guys very much for watching, and look forward to your comments. Adios.